The universe is calling. This is the ultimate test of cosmic knowledge. Amazing questions. You'll have 5 seconds to answer each question. Think fast. Feel free to hit pause if you need a moment to debate the cosmos with your crew. Blast your final score in the comments below. We're reading them all. Smash that like button and subscribe to join our fleet for the next adventure. Strap in. Ignition sequence start. The countdown begins now.
What is a group of galaxies called? Think carefully. A cluster, a nebula, or a system? That's correct. It is a cluster. These immense structures, containing hundreds or even thousands of galaxies bound together by gravity, are some of the largest known objects in the entire cosmos. What is the name of the brightest star in the night sky? Could it be Sirius, Polaris, or Betelgeuse? And the correct answer is Sirius. The brightest star in the night sky is Sirius. It is also known as Alpha Canis Majoris and is located in the constellation Canis Major, the Great Dog. Which moon is known to have liquid water oceans? Think carefully. Europa, Titan, or Ganymede? And the answer is Jupiter's fascinating moon, Europa. Beneath its icy crust, scientists are confident of vast global saltwater ocean sloshes, making it one of the most promising places in our solar system to search for signs of life. What is the main asteroid belt located between? You've got it. It's between Earth and Mars, Mars and Jupiter, or Jupiter and Saturn. It resides between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. This vast ring of rocky debris is thought to be the remnants of a planet that never formed, held in place by the mighty gravitational influence of Jupiter. What is the name of the closest galaxy to the Milky Way? Is it actually the famous Andromeda, Triangulum, or the Large Magellanic Cloud? Our nearest galactic neighbor is the Large Magellanic Cloud. It's a smaller satellite galaxy that orbits our own Milky Way and is visible as a faint cloud in the night sky from the southern hemisphere. What is the phenomenon that causes a star to twinkle? Do we call it atmospheric refraction, light pollution, or a gravity lens? The culprit is our own atmosphere through atmospheric refraction. The light from a star is bent and distorted as it passes through different layers of Earth's turbulent atmosphere, creating that familiar shimmering effect we see from the ground. What is the name of the first woman in space? Was she Sally Ride, Valentina Tereshkova, or Krista McAuliffe? The trailblazer was Soviet cosmonaut Valentina Tereshkova. On June 16, 1963, aboard Vostok 6, she shattered the celestial ceiling and became the first woman to orbit the Earth, completing 48 loops around our planet. What type of galaxy is the Milky Way? Let's consider an elliptical galaxy, a spiral galaxy, or an irregular galaxy. Our cosmic home is a magnificent spiral galaxy. It features a bright central bulge surrounded by vast curving arms of stars, gas, and dust that spiral outward, making it one of the most beautiful galactic structures in the universe. What is the name of the first reusable spacecraft? Could it be the Apollo capsule, the Space Shuttle, or the Falcon rocket? The groundbreaking vehicle was the Space Shuttle. Unlike any spacecraft before it, the shuttles were designed to launch like a rocket, glide back to Earth like a plane, and be refurbished for future missions, revolutionizing space travel. What is the remnant of a supernova explosion? Pick one: a black hole, a neutron star, or a white dwarf. The incredibly dense result is often a neutron star. Forged in the unimaginable violence of a supernova, these city-sized objects are so dense that a single sugar cube-sized amount of their material would weigh billions of tons on Earth.
Let's see who rules the cosmos. Smash that like button and subscribe to join our fleet for the next adventure.
What is the process that powers stars? Let's consider our options: atomic fission, the power of fusion, or simple combustion. The stellar engine runs on fusion. Deep in their cores, stars perform alchemy, crushing atoms of hydrogen together under immense pressure and temperature to form helium, releasing the tremendous energy that makes them shine. What is the term for the time it takes a planet to complete one full spin on its axis? Do we call this a revolution, a rotation, or an orbit? The correct term is rotation. This is the celestial pirouette that gives us our day and night, as a planet turns around its own invisible axis, offering first one face, then another to the warmth of its star. What is the name of the first successful mission to orbit Jupiter? Are we talking about the Galileo mission, the Juno probe, or Voyager 2? The honor belongs to the Juno probe. This hardy spacecraft arrived at Jupiter in 2016 after a 5-year journey, and its polar orbit has given us breathtakingly beautiful and unprecedented views of the gas giant's swirling clouds and powerful storms. What is a binary system where one star blocks the light of another from our view? Is it an eclipsing binary, a visual binary, or a spectroscopic binary? This celestial dance is an eclipsing binary. From our vantage point on Earth, these twin stars are locked in an orbit where they periodically pass in front of each other, causing a predictable dip in their combined brightness. What is a region of space with a gravitational field so intense that nothing can escape? Take your pick: a neutron star, a black hole, or a singularity. The ultimate cosmic trap is a black hole. These gravitational monsters are formed from the collapse of the most massive stars, warping space-time around them so severely that within a certain boundary, the escape velocity exceeds the speed of light. What is the name of the first spacecraft to leave our solar system? Your choices are Pioneer 10, Voyager 1, or New Horizons. The intrepid pioneer was Voyager 1. In 2012, this little spacecraft, launched in 1977, sailed past the heliopause and entered the interstellar medium, becoming humanity's first artifact to venture into the space between the stars. What is the term for a small rock or particle in space? Let's review the options. A meteor, a meteorite, or a meteoroid. While still in space, it's known as a meteoroid. These are the fragments themselves, ranging from tiny specks of dust to large boulders, traveling through the void. They only become meteors when they streak through our atmosphere, and meteorites if they reach the ground. Which planet has a year that lasts only 88 Earth days? Your possibilities are Venus, Mercury, or Mars. The speedy orbit belongs to Mercury. Being the closest planet to the Sun, it has the shortest journey to complete. It whips around our star in a mere 88 days, though its slow rotation means a single day on Mercury is much longer. What is the name of the first U.S. astronaut to orbit Earth? Was he Alan Shepard, John Glenn, or Neil Armstrong? The American hero was John Glenn. On February 20th, 1962, aboard the Friendship 7 capsule, he became the first American to orbit our planet, completing 3 loops around the Earth and capturing the imagination of a nation. What is the theoretical sphere of comets at the very edge of the solar system? Think about the asteroid belt, the Kuiper belt, or the Oort Cloud. The most distant repository is the Oort Cloud. This is a vast theoretical shell of icy planetesimals believed to encase our entire solar system like a giant fluffy cloud, stretching nearly halfway to the next star. It's the source of long-period comets.
Let's see who rules the cosmos. Smash that like button and subscribe to join our fleet for the next adventure.
Which planet is known as the red planet? Our candidates are Venus, Jupiter, or Mars. The rust-colored world is Mars. Its distinctive hue comes from iron-rich dust, essentially rust, that covers its entire surface and is whipped into a thin atmosphere by the wind, giving the Martian sky a faint pink glow. What is the name for a star that has collapsed into a dense ball of neutrons? Could it be a white dwarf, a neutron star, or a pulsar? The unimaginably dense remnant is a neutron star. Born from the supernova death of a massive star, these objects pack more than the sun's mass into a sphere the size of a city. A single teaspoon of its material would weigh billions of tons. What is the smallest planet in our solar system? Here are the possibilities: Mars, Mercury, or Pluto. The solar system's smallest planet is Mercury. It's a tiny cratered world, only slightly larger than our own moon. But what it lacks in size, it makes up for in extremes, with scorching days and frigid nights. Which constellation is known as the Hunter? Are we talking about Ursa Major, Orion, or Cassiopeia? The celestial hunter is Orion, one of the most recognizable patterns in the night sky. He is easily found by the 3 bright stars that make up his belt, with the glowing Orion Nebula marking his sword. What is the shape of a planet's orbit? Choose from circular, oval, or elliptical. The shape of a planet's orbit is elliptical, meaning it's shaped like a flattened or squashed circle. According to Kepler's first law of planetary motion, the central star, like our sun, is located at one of the 2 foci of this elliptical orbit, not at the center. Deimos and Phobos are the moons of which planet? Let's review the options: Jupiter, Mars, or Saturn. Those 2 small lumpy moons belong to Mars. Their names mean terror and fear, and they are likely asteroids captured long ago by the red planet's gravity. They are among the smallest moons in the solar system. What is the term for a star system with 2 stars? Your possibilities are binary, systemic, or dual. The correct astronomical term is a binary system. In fact, most stars in the galaxy have a stellar companion. These twin stars dance around the common center of gravity, sometimes even transferring material between them. The Sea of Tranquility is found on what celestial body? Pick one: the Moon, Mars, or Venus. That historic sea is on our moon. It's not a sea of water, but a vast, dark basin of solidified lava. This is the famous site where Apollo 11 made humankind's first landing on another world. What is the name of the first successful Mars helicopter? Listen to the options carefully: ingenuity, creativity, or innovation. The little helicopter that could was named Ingenuity. This tiny robotic rotorcraft proved that powered, controlled flight is possible on another planet, serving as a scout for the Perseverance rover and far exceeded its expected missions. What type of galaxy has an undefined shape and is often chaotic? Consider these scenarios: spiral, elliptical, or irregular. The wonderfully chaotic ones are irregular galaxies. These galaxies lack the orderly spiral arms or smooth ellipse shape of their cousins. Their messy, unique forms are often the result of gravitational interactions or collisions with other galaxies. What kind of star will our sun become at the end of its life? Will it swell into a red giant, collapse into a white dwarf, or compress into a neutron star? Our sun is destined to become a red giant. In about 5 billion years, it will exhaust its core hydrogen, expand dramatically, engulfing the inner planets before eventually shedding its outer layers and leaving behind a glowing white dwarf core. What is the visible surface of the sun called? Is it the intense core, the visible photosphere, or the wispy corona? The light we see comes from the photosphere. This is the deepest layer of the sun that we can directly observe, a roiling surface of superheated gas that emits the light and heat which sustains life on Earth. What is the celestial phenomenon caused by charged particles from the sun
interacting with Earth's atmosphere? Could it be the aurora, the zodiacal light, or the Gegenschein? The result is the magnificent aurora. These dancing curtains of light, also known as the northern and southern lights, occur when the solar wind is channeled by Earth's magnetic field toward the poles, colliding with and exciting atmospheric gases. What is the term for the dark, cooler patches on the sun's surface? Are they solar flares, sunspots, or prominences? Those temporary blemishes are called sunspots. They appear dark because they are slightly cooler than the surrounding photosphere, caused by intense magnetic activity that inhibits the flow of heat from the sun's interior. Which planet has a moon named Triton that orbits in the opposite direction to the planet's rotation? Let's consider Uranus, Neptune, or Jupiter. The planet with the rebellious moon is Neptune. Triton's retrograde orbit, moving opposite to Neptune's spin, is a strong clue that it was not born with the planet, but is likely a captured object from the distant Kuiper Belt. What is the name of the first module of the International Space Station? Was it called Zarya, Unity, or Destiny? The first piece was the Russian module Zarya, meaning sunrise. Zarya was launched in 1998 and provided the initial power, propulsion, and storage for the fledgling station, forming the core around which the entire ISS was built. What is the primary component of the atmosphere of Venus? Is it mostly nitrogen, carbon dioxide, or sulfur dioxide? The Venusian atmosphere is overwhelmingly carbon dioxide. This dense blanket of carbon dioxide creates a runaway greenhouse effect, trapping immense heat and making the surface of Venus hot enough to melt lead, the hottest in our solar system. What is the name of the rover that found evidence of past water on Mars? Which rover was it? Spirit, Opportunity, or Sojourner? The mission of discovery was led by Opportunity. In 2004, this resilient rover found the first definitive mineralogical evidence that Mars once had persistent standing bodies of liquid water on its surface in the distant past. What is a young star that is still gathering mass from its surrounding cloud? Think carefully. A T Tauri star, a red giant, or a white dwarf? The youthful star is a T Tauri star. These are stellar infants, less than a few million years old. They have just begun nuclear fusion in their cores, but are still contracting and accreting material from their birth cloud. What is the name of the first woman to command the International Space Station? Was she Peggy Whitson, Sunita Williams, or Christina Koch? The pioneering commander was Peggy Whitson, a NASA astronaut and biochemist. She took command of Expedition 17 in 2007, solidifying her place as a trailblazer in space exploration and holding the record for most cumulative days in space by an American for many years.
Let's see who rules the cosmos. Smash that like button and subscribe to join our fleet for the next adventure.
What is a vast, empty region of space between galaxy filaments? Let's explore our possibilities. A void, a supervoid, or a cosmic void. The term astronomers use is simply a void. These are the empty, almost unimaginably large spaces in the cosmic web where galaxies are scarce. They can be hundreds of millions of light years across, representing the universe's true deserts.
What is the term for a star that varies in brightness? Do we call it a variable star, a pulsar, or a binary star? The correct classification is a variable star. This is a broad category for any star whose light output changes over time, whether due to pulsations, eruptions, or being eclipsed by a companion star.
What is a highly luminous active galactic nucleus powered by a supermassive black hole? Could it be a pulsar, a quasar, or a magnetar? The incredible beacon of light is a quasar. These are the intensely bright cores of distant galaxies, where a supermassive black hole feasts on surrounding material, heating it into a blazing disk that can outshine the entire galaxy. What is the term for the time between two successive full moons? Think about a lunar month, a synodic month, or a sidereal month. The cycle we observe is a synodic month, lasting about 29.5 days. This is the time it takes for the moon to return to the same phase, like from full moon to full moon, which is slightly longer than its orbital period around Earth. Which planet has the longest day, rotating once every 243 Earth days? Does Mercury claim this, Venus, or Mars? The slowest spin belongs to Venus. A single day on Venus is longer than its entire year. This sluggish, backward rotation remains one of the planet's most enduring mysteries. What is the name of the European Space Agency's mission that studied a comet? Was the mission called Rosetta, Philae, or Huygens? The mothership was named Rosetta. In a historic first, this spacecraft orbited comet 67P Churyumov-Gerasimenko and deployed the Philae lander to its surface, giving us an unprecedented close-up look at a comet's nucleus. What is a sudden, intense burst of radiation from the sun's surface? Would that be a solar flare, a sunspot, or a coronal mass ejection? The powerful flash is a solar flare. These are massive explosions on the sun that unleash a torrent of radiation across the electromagnetic spectrum, which can reach Earth minutes later and disrupt radio communications and power grids. What is the name of the largest volcano in the solar system located on Mars? Here are the possibilities: Mons Huygens, Olympus Mons, or Ascraeus Mons. The volcanic champion is Olympus Mons. This shield volcano is nearly 3 times the height of Mount Everest and is so wide that its base would cover the entire state of Arizona. It's a dormant giant on the Martian landscape. What is the term for the apparent backward motion of a planet in its orbit? Are we talking about retrograde motion, prograde motion, or parallax? The illusion is known as retrograde motion. This is not actual backward movement, but a perspective effect. It occurs when Earth, on a faster inner orbit, overtakes a slower-moving outer planet, making the outer planet appear to move backwards against the stars for a short time. Which element is primarily created in supernova explosions? Choose from hydrogen, iron, or gold? The correct answer is gold. The immense energy and neutron-rich environment of a collapsing supernova are among the few places in the universe violent enough to create heavy elements like gold, silver, and uranium.
Let's see who rules the cosmos. Smash that like button and subscribe to join our fleet for the next adventure.
What is the point in the sky directly above an observer? Let's look up at our choices. The zenith, the nadir, or the horizon? The point directly overhead is the zenith. This is the highest point in the sky from your perspective, a crucial reference for astronomers. Its opposite, directly beneath your feet, is called the nadir. Which planet has a density so low it could theoretically float in water? Could it be Saturn, Uranus, or Jupiter? The planet that could float is Saturn. This gas giant is made mostly of hydrogen and helium and has an average density less than that of water. Of course, you'd need a bathtub over 75,000 miles wide to test this theory. What is the name of the first satellite launched by India? Pick one. Aryabhata, Bhaskara, or Rohini? India's first eye in the sky was Aryabhata. Launched in 1975, it was named after a famous ancient Indian astronomer and mathematician, marking a huge leap for the nation's space program and paving the way for future explorers. Which planet has a moon named Charon that is so large it is often considered a double planet system? Does Neptune, Uranus, or Pluto have this companion? The duo is Pluto and Charon. Charon is so massive relative to Pluto that their barycenter, or mutual point of orbit, lies in the empty space between them, a characteristic unique in our solar system and why many call it a double dwarf planet system. What is the name of the effect that causes time to slow down near a massive object? Listen to the options carefully. The Doppler effect, gravitational time dilation, or frame dragging? This relativistic effect is gravitational time dilation. A prediction of Einstein's theory of general relativity. It means time literally runs slower in stronger gravitational fields. Your head ages faster than your feet. Which spacecraft took the famous pale blue dot image? Did the Hubble telescope, Voyager 1, or Cassini capture it? The iconic photo was taken by Voyager 1. From a record distance of 3.7 billion miles in 1990, it turned its camera back towards home to capture Earth as a tiny single pixel speck of light suspended in a sunbeam. What is the name of China's lunar rover? Was it named U2, Zhurong, or Chang'e? The lunar explorer was called U2 or Jade Rabbit. It traveled on the Chang'e 3 lander exploring the moon's surface and named after the mythical companion of the Chinese moon goddess, Chang'e. What is the study of the possibility of life elsewhere in the universe called? Choose from exobiology, astrobiology, or xenology. The field is known as astrobiology. This interdisciplinary science seeks to understand the origin, evolution, distribution, and future of life in the universe, asking one of humanity's most profound questions: are we alone? What is the name of the galaxy expected to collide with the Milky Way? Let's review the options: Andromeda, Triangulum, or the Large Magellanic Cloud. Our galactic destiny is a merger with the Andromeda Galaxy. In about 4.5 billion years, these two spiral giants will begin a slow, graceful dance that will eventually form a new, larger galaxy, often nicknamed Milkdromeda. What is the boundary where space begins called? Choose from the Kármán line, the Armstrong limit, or the Hubble limit. The accepted boundary is the Kármán line. This is an imaginary line 100 kilometers above sea level. At this altitude, the atmosphere becomes so thin that a vehicle would have to fly faster than orbital velocity to generate enough lift to stay airborne.
And that is mission complete. You have navigated the asteroid field of questions and returned. What was your score? Declare your victory or your glorious defeat in the comments. Let's see who rules the cosmos. Smash that like button if you felt the G-forces, and subscribe to join our fleet for the next adventure. Until next time, keep looking up.